Greetings and welcome to the Alaska Bigfoot Studies. As always, we had a crazy adventure just getting here. Drove up to the Glen Alps and got stuck. Thankfully, Nutty New's gonna come pick me up or tow me out with his new winch. He is a local YouTube channel. He does a little of every Alaska thing, but he kind of specializes in 4x4 stuff. Rides his Toyota around, builds monster Toyotas, 37, 40-inch tires. He's going to test his new winch and tow me out. But I wanted to talk about the tools of the trade of a Bigfoot investigator. Oh man, that's good. And really, a lot of it is just my survival gear. The woobies I carry has saved my life before. Gore-Tex gear, hunting jackets, clothing, wool, synthetics, merino wool, everything like that is very important, especially since all the investigations I'll be doing, I'm going to try to push it out into the wild. So all my hunting gear really is very important. The cameras, I do have a thermal and a night vision setup. I am going to use those, and my journal. I enjoy using the journal. So, and funny enough, my dog too. He's a Akita mix. He's very silent, pretty big, powerful dog. And now that he's kind of sort of trained, he's going to be a big part of my investigation, especially since he doesn't really bark. He's a good silent hunter. So going to have a lot of fun camping with Beans and Rob Roy Menzies. We've already got a couple weekends planned out. So that's all I have for my gear. Of course, everything I would bring hunting back here and is what I'm going to use on my investigations. So this has been quite the adventure. I might have to use some micro spikes to get down. It's like 4 feet high in the windswept areas, and then there's ice with a centimeter of snow on top of it at other areas. I'm just hoping the snow doesn't cover up our tracks. How we got out here, I could still make it to the car, but it's just going to take a lot longer if our tracks are covered. But so far they're not, but we'll see. I don't want to push it. So, having fun out here and looking forward to a new year of investigation. It's supposed to be spring, but obviously here in South Central Alaska it has not quite hit. We're having last winter flurry here. Nice to be out in the mountains though. Going to be camping in another 6-8 weeks. So very excited. So we'll keep you guys updated. So Beans and I went through our squatching investigative gear. I am going to throw in some footage of Alex Petikoff, kind of walked me through some of his gear. But you are specifically an artist.
Yeah.
And so I know you do some investigations with the guys on the camping trips and stuff.
Yeah.
So what kind of gear do you like to bring as far as Bigfoot investigations when you're out in the field?
Right. Well, when I go out, the number one thing I bring is my SLR camera.
Okay.
And I'm fully charged with a new card in it.
Right.
Hopefully, anyway.
Yeah, and you'll use that on the background of a lot of your art, right?
Yeah.
You'll do kind of
I
photographs.
go out, and I love to take pictures anyway. But if I'm on assignment for a piece of Bigfoot art, then it gets a lot of fun. I can go out and I'm looking for a certain look.
Right.
For a certain feel, mood, depending on the weather too, kind of tells me where I'm gonna camp that certain weekend. If it's nice out in Willow and crappy out, at King Mountain, then I'll go out to Willow. But number one would be my SLR camera.
A lot of photographs.
And I say SLR because if you don't own an SLR, I mean a real nice professional camera.
Yeah.
They're so fast. You click and it's like shooting a semi-automatic. It's just bam, 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 bam.
Yeah.
You can take as many pictures as you want. There's no lag. It's not like you raise your iPhone and you got to fumble around with everything and then click and then it kind of you know,
Right.
and the animal's already gone.
Yeah.
These things, man, you're on it. You're just clicking away, and it's a very powerful tool.
Go through it later. And
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I go through it in Photoshop. I've been using Photoshop for decades, and I'll go through and edit, and I'll look for things. I'm not a, you know, I pretty much know what pareidolia is, and you know, I kind of like, oh, that looks like a face, you know, but it's not.
Yeah.
It just looks like it.
What's that term called?
Pareidolia, I think.
Pareidolia.
Is that what yeah, I hope I'm saying it right.
Is that when like a natural things kind of form a face?
Yep.
Wow.
And you get I've had people approach me over the years, and I don't want to mention any names, but there's a certain individual a long time ago. He was kind of a big name, but he quickly fell off the charts because kind of mental illness, I think.
Oh yeah.
But I don't have the drawing here, but I did a Patty, my pencil sketch I did a long time ago. And I sent it to a few people, and somehow he got a hold of it or saw it, and he complimented me that not only did I draw it right, but I got all the faces in the fur.
Oh no. Wow.
I had to look at it again. What?
Extra
faces in the fur? What are you talking about? Yeah. So he was heavily into that. You know,
Yeah.
there's people that, you know, the red circle.
Right.
The horrible red circle we see in pictures, blurry picture, and there's 5 red circles, and we're supposed to believe that those are faces.
Right.
It's humorous. That's all I can say. But
Yeah.
well, definitely, I try to eliminate that with my SLR because
Right.
it's real hard to get a blurry picture with that. As long as you're holding it still and you can
Right.
fire that button, you're going to get what you see.
Right.
That's what I like about it. Now, the second thing I actually do like to bring is my drawing pad.
Oh, good.
I
was
don't
going to
know if
ask
I'm going to have
about
a
that.
moment of inspiration
Yeah.
while I'm out camping. And when you're camping, you got all the time in the world. So it's a rare opportunity for me to bring a pencil and a pad of paper.
Yeah.
And another thing I like to do is when I'm camping is, you know, listen to a podcast and then draw. Just kind of inspires me to draw some cryptid things. And
Nice.
it's a fun thing to do.
Now, will you bring like a large pad, a journal style,
I
or?
have kind of both. I have a big drawing pad, and I have all the pencils. I have another little sketch pad. I have a diary, a little camping diary, so I can write down all the good camping spots and whatnot.
Right.
So that is probably my number one, next to my camper.
Oh,
I want to say I don't want to say I'm too old because I'm not old,
got to be comfortable.
but I once I got a camper, I'm not camping in tents anymore.
No, no.
Especially in Alaska.
Right.
So, you know, if a bear, you know, he'll just scratch on the door now. So
Right.
versus just ripping the tent
Oh,
down.
God, terrifying.
But it's so much nicer. It is
Yeah.
nice when you're old, but I understand. You know, when you have, if I didn't have the camper, I'd probably have a pretty nice tent and all,
Yeah.
cot and all that stuff. But
Right.
nothing wrong with that at all. But years of being with an RV and a camper now, I'm kind of like, give me my camper.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, little different toolbox I have.
Absolutely.
So yeah, the pencils, drawings, cameras. Once in a while, I'll bring my laptop if there's something interesting. I can look at it real quick. You know, zoom in, and that's about it. I'm pretty light. I don't go out heavily. You know, plaster Paris. I don't really take any of that with me. Although I could probably keep some in the camper, but.
Right. You had a sound recorder too. You showed me.
I
once.
do. I do have a sound. That's the other thing. Thank you. A little Tascam sound recorder I bought. I'm mainly for interviews here. I get all kinds of people telling me their stories.
Right.
Some of them are just fascinating. So
Yeah.
I bought this recorder, much like the one we used out at Scott at Area A. So I bring that along with me too, and I like to leave it outside and see just out of curiosity what I can capture. There's been a couple of times I've been in my camper camping with my dog Banjo. One time I remember he woke up growling.
Oh boy.
Which was fun because it's like, oh boy,
What's
here we
out
go.
there?
And
Something.
he woke me up. He was just kind of going, "Urgh, urgh."
Something was
And I'm
out
like,
there.
yeah, it was like there's nobody out there.
Wow.
I figure it's probably a moose or a bear.
Yeah.
You know, but I peeked out there. I looked around. I didn't see anything.
Yeah.
But interesting though. It's all part of the fun.
Absolutely. Well, we've got a couple weekends planned tentatively
Yes.
with Beans.
Yep, with Beans, the
And so,
Beanster.
At the very least, we're going to have good stories around the campfire. We're going to cook good food.
I'm looking so forward to that. Yeah, all the snow. We just got snow today, so we're ready for spring and camping.
And between me, you, and Beans, we have identified a few hot spots where there are Bigfoot sightings, and we know of good campsites that are near there. So very excited about that.
Yeah, me too. It'll be fun, especially with the company. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
And you two guys doing your YouTube channels, so that'll be fun too.
Absolutely.
So who knows what'll happen to
anything.
The Alaska crew.
Anything. So we've planned it, so stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
It's almost summer here.
It is. Gosh, thank God. And they go by so fast, too.
They do.
Bam, they're gone. And then we're stuck back in winter again, so.
Yep.
Yeah. Looking forward to it.
Awesome. Me too. All right. This is Bean's man cave. So I'm just in paradise here. All the nerd stuff I love. And he's got his little workstation set up. He's got some signed prints and stuff from a lot of the Bigfoot conferences and people he's met. He's got, this thing is really impressive. What's the story behind the cast?
So this is a replica cast of a cast that was taken by Roger Patterson in Bluff Creek, California in 1964.
Very cool. And we all know Roger Patterson from, there's Rob Roy's kind of updated artwork of that famous sighting. But we're going to look at some gear. So what kind of gear does a Bigfoot researcher carry?
So this is my day pack that I basically take with me when I go camping or hiking or anything like that. And this is a Badlands day pack. It's one of the best that I've got. It's got the right amount of pockets. It's just fits well. I've got my little Bigfoot multi-tool on there.
Nice.
That comes in handy every once in a while. And in my front pocket here, the front main pocket, is where I keep stuff that I might need right now, like right away.
Yeah.
And in this little pocket here, I have lens cleaners for my cameras.
Okay.
And most importantly, I have batteries.
Oh, smart.
Yeah, batteries and a Sharpie for marking evidence or whatever you might find. Maybe you need to document something. I've got my thermal in here.
Oh, you got a thermal too.
Well, it's a Scout FLIR.
Nice.
This is what I captured the thermal footage with in Port Chatham.
Very cool.
They say the range is about 100 yards on that. I don't think that's entirely accurate, but it's good for the price point.
Very cool.
All right, I've got my...
Oh, you got a game cam here too.
Yeah, that's my game camera. This is interesting. So I got this idea from Alex Petikoff. This is a little sea bag here. It's waterproof, and I keep my recorder in it, my audio recorder.
Nice.
So I'll put my audio recorder in there, protect it from the elements, and then hang it from a tree and leave it running.
Nice.
And it's good. It's not going to get wet, and it's got a little hook on there so I can hang it up from a tree, whatever I want to do. And it's orange, so I won't lose it.
Yeah, love it.
This is, this is the don't leave home without it. Don't go anywhere without it. This is my Garmin InReach. Probably the most important piece of equipment I have.
Yeah.
A lot of the places I go, there's no cell service. And this is a way for me to keep in touch with my wife or with, whoever. And plus there's also, I've got my emergency button there that I can hit, and hopefully the cavalry comes if I get in trouble. But this is the one piece of equipment. If I'm at my campsite and maybe I just want to, I'm just going to walk around this lake here. I'm just going to walk back in the woods a little bit. I'll take this and just shove it in my cargo pocket or something.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't want to bring my whole bag, but this is the one piece of equipment I almost have on me all the time. Like if I'm just chilling in the campsite or just a short walk down the road or something, I don't want to take my whole bag. This is coming with me.
And you were showing me as a backup, you've got the Garmin watch too.
Yep, this is a Garmin Phoenix. I believe it's the Phoenix 6. and it has it has GPS capabilities on it. I can't send SOS with it,
Right.
but it will show me a map, and if I activate the hike feature on it, it will basically show me the trail that I took to get where I'm at, so I can backtrack and get out of where I am.
Excellent. Yeah, good piece of equipment.
So this is my Phoenix flashlight, and the special
Okay.
thing about this,
Oh,
it's a red light.
very cool.
So red light is what I like to use when I'm out. Saves your night vision. The animals aren't as they can't detect it as easily as they can white light. So it
Interesting.
makes it. But it also, you can just flip the head of the light there, and
Oh, strobe.
it's a white light. I think I need to change the batteries, but yeah, it's dual purpose. You know, I've got the red and the white bulbs, and primarily use the red bulbs.
Okay, that's a good tip. I need to.
Yeah, that's my light. This is my night vision,
Okay.
my Psionics Aurora.
Oh, those have good colors.
Yeah, this is color night vision,
Yeah.
and you know it. Like I was telling you earlier, it works really good. But if there's not any ambient light around, like if it's a moonless night
Right.
and there's nothing around it to amplify it, it's not the best.
Right.
But on a night with like a full moon, you can see really good. Sometimes looking into the tree line and stuff, it can be a little, it can be a little challenging. But it is color night vision, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
What else have I got in here? Oh, this is a backup camera. It's just a regular Canon camcorder. The cool thing about this is it's waterproof.
Oh, nice.
So if I'm out and it's raining, or I maybe want to film something near water, or I can even actually stick it in the water, but I haven't done that. I haven't been brave enough to do that. But this is just kind of my backup camera that I have, just in case. Or maybe if I need to get another angle, if I want to film with my iPhone, which is my primary camera, and I want to maybe set this up over here to get maybe another angle or another video. I do that. Here in the big pocket, this is stuff that I probably won't use as often. You know, it's stuff that I don't really need necessarily quick access to. I have some Ziploc bags in here just for whatever, evidence storage or food storage or whatever. This is my headlamp, which is also
Oh, red light.
red.
Nice.
This is Nox, Noxx.
Okay.
I believe it's 3 or 4 AA batteries that's powered.
Okay. Nice.
It's pretty heavy duty. I've had that for a long time.
Nice.
Primarily, I think used for like coon hunting and
Okay.
hunting at night. I
Interesting.
think is what they're pretty much marketed toward. This is evidence collection kit.
Cryptid store.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I don't believe they're in business anymore.
Oh, okay.
The person that owned it, she passed away.
Oh, that's too bad.
She was a nice lady. Danielle, I believe, was her name. These are the swabs that I like to use.
yeah,
These are the Capture swabs.
You were telling me about that.
There's a little bit of a protective thing on the top there that pops off, and you can slide the swab out, swab what you need to, and then put that protective lid back on it, and your sample is secure.
Hopefully get some DNA evidence.
And there's a couple of specimen bottles in there,
Very cool.
and some gloves, and just a few other knickknacks that you might need to collect evidence. And it's a little bulky, but it's light,
Okay.
so it doesn't.
Nice.
It's not a pain really to carry. Of course, I've got just some emergency water there to drink, or if I want to do some plaster, make some plaster.
Oh,
Yeah. I've got my little SOG
nice.
fixed blade there. Never really used it, but I always pack it around with me. It's got like a thread cutter on it. There's a flint, I think, on this side for starting fires.
Hopefully you wouldn't have to use that to get a Bigfoot off you.
Well, it's in the back of the pack, so it's going to be hard to get to. This is another evidence collection kit. This is from Michael Thompson, the Sasquatch tracker here in Alaska.
Very cool.
Some of the same stuff, just some swabs, a Sharpie, a specimen container, some stickers. There's like a little ruler or something in there, some tape, measuring tape, just stuff that you need to collect evidence with. And this is probably the heaviest thing in the pack. This is my
First aid.
first aid. I've got SAM splints, tourniquets.
Everybody needs this.
Yeah, I've got a little bit of everything in there. Not ibuprofen, Benadryl for allergic reactions. But everybody should have something like that in your pack.
Would you say that your experience in military and law enforcement would kind of influence some of your decisions on some of this gear?
Yeah, I had the combat lifesaver course in the military, and that really taught me the importance of like tourniquets and how to dress bleeding wounds, or you lose too much blood and you get too weak and you can't get out.
Yeah.
It's just, if you're back in the backcountry, you need to keep all your fluids in you as much as you can. So yeah, definitely. So many lives have been saved by tourniquets.
Yeah.
Everybody needs one, and not only do you need to have it, you need to know how to use it.
Right.
When you buy your tourniquet, buy a training tourniquet. Test it out.
Yeah.
This is just a rain cover for the bag.
Nice.
And so this is my water filtration system.
Okay.
I have a Sawyer water filter, and I don't know how many hundreds of gallons or maybe even thousands of gallons that's supposed to be able to filter.
Okay.
But you can filter it into the bag and drink it.
Nice.
Just in case I get stuck out in the backcountry and don't have any fresh water. I like to be able to drink the water that I have around me.
Yep.
Here in this front pocket, it's probably one of the most important tools for an investigator.
Oh, the journal.
Notebook, write in the rain pen.
Nice.
And this is probably one of the most used pieces of equipment I have.
A ruler.
It's just a ruler. And you're walking along, you see something on the ground, a possible track or something else, just throw it on the ground next to what you're wanting to photograph and photograph it.
Awesome.
It is maddening when I see pictures of footprints in Bigfoot groups and there's no scale.
Yeah.
So the footprint could be this big, or it could be this big, but I wouldn't know because it's just a picture of a footprint on the ground.
Good point.
Absolutely no scale. So, I mean, this thing, a couple of bucks, probably not even that.
Right.
I think this is actually the one I used when I was in law enforcement.
Okay.
So I think this is this is evident. But I mean, there's all kinds of different brands out there. And you can get them anywhere. Any kind of ruler really will work.
Yeah.
Or anything that's a uniform shape. A dollar. I've used dollar bills.
Alex told me that he'll do that sometimes. Yeah.
So very important. All right. I think, let's see what else is in here. Oh, caffeine.
Oh, yeah, that's important.
Space blanket.
Nice.
And this is it's just a regular 99-cent Bic lighter and a weatherproof container.
Nice.
And you can start it and you can flip that over the little button there and for a continuous flame if you're trying to start a fire or something.
Okay.
But
very cool.
Yeah, I think that's about it.
So I know I've seen you on some of the shows with the 12 gauge, but what's kind of your firearm for choice if you're in the backcountry, Bigfoot, of course, big bears in Alaska?
Well, I'm a big fan of 45. I like to carry the Federal 45 Hydroshock hollow points.
Okay.
And that's pretty much what I carry with me all the time. I think it's a good cartridge, a rounded cartridge. It's good for people or animals. Ideally, you want something bigger, you know, especially for bear. But if you want something that's, you know, it's not as heavy as a shotgun, or it's not as cumbersome, then I usually fall back to the 45. Occasionally, I'll bust out the 44, but the 44 I have is a little, it's like a super Blackhawk, so it's a little,
right.
you know, it's a little unwieldy.
Yeah, well,
So just for comfort and packability, I like the 45.
And you're a 1911 guy, right?
I have a SIG 1911, and I have M&P 45
Okay.
that I like to carry.
Striker fire. Okay, which one would you kind of lean towards? Like if you went on a big expedition, would you go the 1911 or the...
So usually for travel, I like to take my M&P.
Okay.
It's a good, reliable pistol, and if I lose it or break it, it's not going to break the bank like my, you know, $1,500 1911.
Right.
So it won't be the end of the world if something bad happens to my M&P 45, and it's reliable and shoots the same bullet, and it's got I think a 10 round magazine.
Right, double stack, so a little more.
So more than the 1911.
Okay, very cool. Well, everybody check out Alasquatch on YouTube. I'll throw a link up.
You load, yeah, it's nice and steady. Keep. Line? I think it was the line. Stop there, stop there. All right, we'll let it rest right there.
Oh, other way.
Easy on the gas. Easy. You're good. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. A little gas. Keep going. A little bit. More driver. Keep going. Shit. Slow down. Okay. Slow down. Keep your wheel like that. Yeah. Hey, stop. Okay, that's fine. As long as we're going that speed and that momentum, you're good. Okay. Reverse a little bit.
Oh, shit. What happens right there? Is that a sharp turn?
Don't worry about it. It's going to get less incline. Reverse back.
Where should I move the tires to?
Hard passenger.
Yeah, this way?
Yep. Passenger means turn to the right.
Then you're going back, like you're making your car go straight again.
More. Turn it more.
Turn more.
Okay. Now slowly turn the driver. And very slowly. Just keep your foot on the brakes, but slowly let it go. Not too much.
Yeah, I was going too fast.
Yeah, that's too fast. That's too fast.
How do I keep from going that fast?
Just keep your foot on the brake and slowly release it a little bit.
Just don't press the gas when you
Start turning a little bit toward, just a little bit.
slowly.
Because I know you're gonna slide again. Yeah, just step like that. If you want to do like that, that's fine. Just
Yeah. Take it easy, you know. We got all day for this.
yeah, just
This is a little better right here.
yeah. It gets better over here.
Yeah, it should be.
Stay in that snow. You see that fresh snow that you're going through? That will slow you down. Yep, you're good. It's better. Oh, it's good over here now. All right, we gotta go help him now. The Jeep. Keep coming. You're good. You're good here now. It's all, it's less steep right here.
Where's the road? I go
Right here, right here, right here. A little bit slower. A little bit slower. Yeah, you're good. You're good here. I think you have traction now. You have traction now. So go right between here.
Slowly, slowly, slowly.
No, he's good. He's good. You're good. Just go way behind me for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good. Woo! That was scary. That was scary.